I just have like influencer fatigue.
This is why we call Coachella the Influencer Olympics.
If you're a brand, this is why you should send me to Coachella next month.
In this video, we're going to be talking about how influencers and brands have just ruined Coachella. Truly, it's been turning into like the influencer Olympics, and the clips that we're going to go through in this video look dystopian as hell and like straight out of Hunger Games. From people getting influencer fatigue to other influencers just posting videos that are extremely out of touch and others that are being debated if they're selling out or not on their values. That's exactly what we're going to get into in this video. So if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe.
I just have like influencer fatigue.
I think a lot of people have influencer fatigue, and even myself, I have it. And later on in this video, we're going to go through the difference between like an influencer and a content creator, because I do think they're different. And I don't even consider myself an influencer because literally the only thing that I post is YouTube videos. My Instagram, very laid back. The stories are fun. I barely post on the feed. I literally just post a long form video and I dip. And I find that to be incredibly different from someone who is just, no shade, like a walking QVC ad, and they're just posting like Amazon links, and going about their day. It's a little bit different because personally, I am tired of every time I open up Instagram, it's like a damn like commercial. Every story is a commercial, then I'm skipping stories, and then it's like a ad, another commercial, and just nonstop links and nonstop people pushing products on me and tagging brands. I'm like, yo, I'm on social media. What happened is being social. YouTube, I put it in a whole different category, and I'm not even trying to be biased because like I have ads in some videos, like this video isn't sponsored, but I do it admittedly because like it makes money. And then also it's like a commercial. It's like TV. Y'all are watching this, eating a meal. Y'all are strolling along. It's like a podcast. That's much different than me just like, I don't know what social media used to be. And I think that feeling that this influencer fatigue has only been on the rise, especially with the sheer amount of influencers there are now compared to 2020. And the amount of people documenting this Coachella experience, and it's just become over the top, and we're about to get into the brands now.
I don't care if I don't get invited to another Coachella after this video, but here's everything the influencers don't tell you about Coachella.
Love.
Some people don't know this, but some influencers actually get paid to go to Coachella and have everything for free. So I've seen influencers get paid anywhere from like 10 to 20K.
That is a thing. Like there are creators out there that are getting paid to go to these events, and they'll get paid, you know, I mean, I've seen some deals, huge, like 6-figure deals before. But yeah, between 10, 50, 100, and they have a set of deliverables, which I'm sure she's going to get through too. But this is a real thing, and the numbers are real. It's not fake, fictional. It's like these are real numbers these brands are shelling out for these creators.
The brand will pay for not only your wristband, which is usually one of the nicer wristbands, like a VIP, or like the artist backstage wristband. 2, they'll pay for your hotel and flights, and some will even pay for like Uber codes and food. A lot of the influencers have deliverables to do, so that means they're posting either stories,
Yes.
tagging the brand, actual videos that you see on your feed. It sounds so fucking dystopian.
It's very dystopian, truly. And a lot of people ask, like, okay, well, why do these rich influencers and rich creators, why do they get everything for free? Nothing is free. It is just an exchange. That's all it is. So for example, if they're sending out this creator, oh, you're getting all these free bags, all this free lodging, free bags, but you have commitments to do. You have to make all these posts. They're having to work. What I'm saying is the creator being sent has to make all these posts that we're saying, that has to tag the brands, eat the food, document the whole thing to make sure their stories and other content is getting eyeballs and getting attention. And that attention is also being viewed on the brand that's sponsoring the trip. So yeah, it sounds backwards. Like, why is this influencer getting this free? But it's not free because they're getting it back in the intention that the work that they're doing, promoting and pushing everything, which to me, it's never made sense to me. Honestly, we're gonna get into Quenlin Blackwell because she did something with Pinterest that I think is so just beautiful, the way this brand engagement is working out, because they encourage her to not be on her phone and not document, which we're going to get into. But it's because of this, it's because of how the brands have came in and said, hey, we're going to pay all these influencers, have all these houses, and we're going to pay y'all to document the whole trip and vlog everything, but you have to post this many times a day, feature this brand, do this here, do this here. It's made it fake. It's made the whole aura like contractual and just transactional and very just not authentic. Because if you're there to do all these posts and look all cute, like now you're doing it more so for the camera and like your followers and the brand than you are for yourself just being there. Like, how many people would actually be at Coachella if phones were banned. That's what I think about. Like, are you actually there because you want to be? Or are you actually there because you're being paid to be there? Then you're being paid to make all these posts, promote all these brands that you could give two shits about because they're only paying you. And it's like you're an influencer, but what are you really influencing other than like a crop top t-shirt? No shade. It's just, it's created this weird dynamic where now, even myself, when I'm looking at these creators at Coachella and these brands sponsoring these people, I'm like, it's so out of touch, I guess. It doesn't make sense. It's very like, makes me not even want to pay attention to your brand. That's just how I look at it because it just seems very, like a giant ad, a giant commercial festival. That's all that I'm seeing from these brands.
Is free, clothes is free, products that you can grab are all free. There's literally different gifting suites all weekend long, all day long.
And the brands, again, they're giving all this stuff for free because then all the content creators in there are posting it and they're posting it to their feed and then people are watching it. If people just stop watching, things will look a bit different. But that's why everything's free, because they're getting the promo from it. Back in the day, promo was in magazines. It was in the commercials. It was in radio. Like, you're always going to be seeing advertising, but all that budget, all that was there has shifted to the influencer. And now the influencer is a walking commercial, a walking ad, and is, again, Hunger Games aesthetic, like very dystopian vibes. And I think those type of influencers are just, like, what are you really adding? Unless you have a select purpose, I guess. Like, I have some friends that are like the male fitness content creators. You're helping, like, you guys become fit. Cool. You're a male lifestyle creator and you're showing men how to be more mature and how to like dress nice. Sure. But there's some creators out here where I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you actually influencing? What are you changing? What are you providing? That, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents.
Like 10 bags worth of stuff depending on like how much shit they're grabbing. Also, some people who go to Coachella don't even have the Coachella wristband to actually get into the event grounds. People who will just go to the gifting suites, events, Revolve Fest, like all the other events.
I've seen people do this too, firsthand, where they literally go, no shade, like, probably gonna watch this video. Look, I keep it real, I keep it honest. They will go to the valley and like they'll be at all the parties, the after parties, this event, this pool party, whatever, but they're not even at Coachella. They're just in the city just to have a good time and still post all these different things and get that clout and network. And you're not even in the festival. And yeah, I know there's some people like, well, Mir, you didn't even go to the festival, so why are you talking about it? Well, I'm commentating. That's what I do on this channel. I commentate, I acknowledge culture, I'm dissecting it, I'm looking into it, I'm looking at the trends and what I'm personally feeling and how I'm viewing this, and it's just ill.
And not even have a way into Coachella. They'll just like pretend that they're at Coachella. Also, some of your favorite influencers are just like fucking rolling on like whatever drug. They call it the Influencer Olympics for a reason. TikToks are being made 24/7. People are vlogging, taking pictures, videotaping themselves. Like,
it's too much. I couldn't imagine. I get secondhand just like, ugh, when I see the big old selfie lights in public, or I'm hearing the vloggers like yell. I'm like, oh my gosh, can we find a new way to vlog or document? Because I'm cool with vlogging, I'm cool with documenting, but it turns different. Like, you can see the authenticity in someone, and you can see when they're just a zombie for the brand, that whatever that they're doing, whatever the sponsor is. It's sad to see. And then yeah, everybody is rolling. Everybody, if you don't know what rolling is just partaking in party favors, and they're having a good time.
As we know, I am the premier chronically online girl. I'm your favorite chronically online person's favorite chronically online person. I have social media apps literally running through my veins like I am robot. Am I robot? But Pinterest is the only one that makes it easier to get back into my real life after my scroll. This year, I've decided I will be phone free at Coachella.
Pinterest, they did something with this, and I'm very excited to see what Quinlan drops, like how she documented the process. And I'm very curious, especially how brands have been seeing the backlash this year to all their influencers and all their creator houses and stuff. It's just very weird. Pinterest saying, hey, creators that I'm sponsoring right now, don't post. That's amazing. Don't post. Have a good time. Take a digital camera or two. Vlog, document old school style, but live in the moment, have fun. That's what we want to encourage you to do. You come online to Pinterest, you use it, and you leave. You get your inspiration, you create your mood boards, you get what you need to get, and then you turn it into real life, You turn that into real life. You made your outfit, whatever you wanted to do on Pinterest. Now go live it. That's incredible. That, if a brand did that with me, oh, you catch me there. No, listen, I give ground news, a good ground news or a good aura, all my OG sponsors. If they were like, Amir, you will send you here, but don't like live in the moment. Like, don't document the whole thing. Don't be doing the most. Don't be making all these reels and screaming at the camera. No, just have fun. Then come back and tie it back to the brand and make it make sense. Cool. If it makes sense, great. But like, my main thing is we need to bring back like living in the moment, because that's how you can make the vibe around you more authentic and real. But when everybody's like doing it for themselves, like, I'm recording this, or when it's a sea of cameras in the crowd, no. And it would be a good video for y'all to watch. I've done a video on concert etiquette. You can go watch that next. But I talked about that and how the concert etiquette and the vibes at festivals is just so different now because of the damn phones. So Pinterest, that's the one brand I will give and be like, you know what? Y'all did this right. From what I'm looking, what I'm seeing from Pinterest, I'm like, this makes total sense. But everything else, all of the brands and the pop-ups and the posters, I'm like, this is just ew. It's not real life. It's not authentic. It's not just, I don't know. It just gives me the ick personally. It just does.
I want to apologize for starting off a video saying I didn't know if I was going to go to Coachella this year because I didn't know if brands were going to send me. That did not land, and I get that. Fucking tone deaf as shit.
Okay. One, I appreciate this influencer said, you know what, it's tone deaf. That I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to get to Coachella this year. A brand's not going to send me. You make enough money to go to Coachella. Don't even try it. Two, this creator get into a lot of backlash because Starbucks is the one that sent them, put them up in the house, gave them the tickets, and they're doing the brand partnerships or whatever. And on the flip side, Starbucks is currently dealing with like boycotts because of the war in Israel and Gaza. This man's an extreme liberal, and so those ideas kind of clash, and that's what he's going to get into because there's been a real big controversy around him and people like trying to cancel him because he's fine with Starbucks sponsoring him, even though he's a mega liberal and against all the war, and you're supposed to be boycotting Starbucks. It's just, it gets to be too much.
No defense for that. I'm very open about the fact online that I am a huge liberal. I am hugely against Trump. I am hugely against ICE. I passionately believe in women's rights, trans rights, LGBTQ rights. And because of those stances, I have lost a lot of brand partnerships, and I've never cared because I've made in a lot of videos that you guys are now posting and seeing resurface. I would rather lose a partnership than make my stance on something unclear. I stand by all of that. This weekend, I partnered with a brand that, despite everything that they've seen and you've seen about my political views, was happy to partner with me. This brand and every other brand in the world has never been boycotted by me. I have never once come on this app, and if I have, please find in the comments, you post the link
I'll give them
of where
that.
I said these are the brands I'm boycotting. Every single big corporation you could think of has unfortunately had ties to the man in charge right now. Now, if your issue with the partnership I did was with how the brand handled a conflict in the Middle East, you in particular want to boycott any brand that has had ties to this situation in the Middle East. Ones here are ones that
Block it, because I will give this man his credit. If you want to sit here and be Captain Save a Ho, you need to be canceling Starbucks, protest. You're doing that from your iPhone, with your Google account. You booked an Airbnb. To a certain point, to a certain degree, all these major companies have their ties in everything, everywhere. That's just the truth of the matter. So not getting a little frappuccino isn't going to do much. And just because it's weird too with the more liberal side, all it took was this man that did sponsored by Starbucks and everybody's coming after him, grilling him. The left eats their own. Literally. The one thing this man don't do, y'all like, cast it away. You're not a true leftist. Cancel, shame. That's wild. Now, at first, I was under the impression that he purposely said, I am against Starbucks, and then he went in and sold out. This man said he never did that. He's saying he never did that. So with that being said, I mean, shit.
most of us use and support. If you can confidently look through every single item on that boycott list and say you do not use any of those items, rip me apart in those comments. Are you so for real? I'm a glutton at the end of the day. And you want to get a Diet Coke? or if you want to get mac and cheese from Chick-fil-A, you have to, you have to live. And if we keep making it the end of the world, we're just gonna keep losing. No one agrees on 100% of the same things, but if we can all agree that Trump sucks, ICE sucks, what's going on in the Middle East sucks, we can take action and we can vote. We can have the discussions online, spread awareness. And if you're basically telling me, actually, Brand, no, you can't, we want you to stay silent about everything, that I'm not gonna do.
Listen, we obviously disagree on a ton of different things, but I can agree on that. We don't have to agree on every single thing, but can we at least get together and say, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. He has the right strategy to get the left together. Will that happen? We'll see. But I'll give him that. I mean, shit. You have to live. You have to live. And that's the mindset I've seen more on the right, where it's like, listen, we can at least agree that this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. The rest we can debate about and we can have our chats, but there's a consensus to not just like attack somebody for having just one simple different view. That's crazy. So I do appreciate that he cleared this up a little bit, because again, I thought he was like, I am against Starbucks. And then Starbucks was like, well, here's a couple stacks. And he was like, I love Starbucks. He's always loved Starbucks. He's never canceled a brand. He's like, you know what? You're trying to make change. We're gonna work together. It is what it is. It's fine. And so hey, I don't blame him. But tying that back to when he first started off the video, like, a brand's not gonna send me how I'm gonna get there. That's the attitude and the vibe I don't like for the festival. If you weren't gonna go to begin with, just don't go. If the only reason you're gonna go is because a brand's sending you, and then now you have all these obligations to record and post and do this and that and act all kind of fake-ish to me, at least to me, act a little fake, I feel like you're just you're dampening the vibe, and it's just very weird.
How much does it cost to go to Coachella with receipts? So obviously I am not a brand friendly influencer, so I had to pay for Coachella all on my own. And I'm going to Coachella with the entire Bop House, the assistants and stylists, so I had to get 12 tickets. We got 12 artist passes and a table at the main stage, and it ended up being $67,980.
It is out of touch to just come online and just be like, yeah, we dropped, $80,000 on this, and it's on this and Jet, and it's on this. Unless you're like a luxury content creator, then I think it's fine. But to like flaunt your wealth, it gets weird. It gets weird. It does. That's just me. But let's let her continue. And also, this is an OF creator. That's why they're not brand friendly, and they have the money. This young girl has the money to do all this.
You guys know me, so obviously I booked a private jet, and a round trip to Coachella Valley cost me $37,490. We originally had an Airbnb booked way in advance for $29,000, but they canceled on us 3 days before the event. So we had to book another Airbnb, and that total was $83,375. And as I said prior, I got a stylist, and all of the clothes that she got me ended up totaling to be $5,000. So the total cost for 3 days at Coachella is $192,845.80.
Almost $200,000 for this weekend in Coachella with all her friends, private jet, mansion, table at the front so you don't have to wait in line at all. You get catered around everywhere. If you make that kind of money, you're at that level, do it. I don't care. You have the money, go for it. Flaunting it like this, not my cup of tea. Like bragging about the numbers. If you want to show the experience, you want to document it, sure. But on one end, yeah, it is out of touch and it's braggy. On the other end, I get some people really like this style, really like the behind the scenes of how much these experiences cost. Now, I will say that is the top dollar amount. You can go to Coachella between $1,000 and like $3,000 easy. But if you want to have a table for you at the front, you want to be ushered around, you want to be treated like a damn near someone performing, you're going to be paying that much. But it is another to just flaunt it and show it. You'll never catch me doing it. Y'all, if I'm doing some shit like this, y'all won't know. Y'all won't know unless you see me in the act. But I'm never going to come on here and be like, oh my gosh, I spent this much amount of money doing this and this. No, it's not my content, not my vibe. Again, if you're a luxury influencer, or you're someone that breaks down the numbers, that's one thing. You're a festival content creator, you want to highlight festival prices, sure, but this is a little bit much and a little bit out of touch.
The influencers that are currently winning at Coachella are not the ones that are posting the best content. They are the ones that are not editing, that are posting in real time, and they don't need to produce their life in order to show it.
If you're just vlogging, OG vlogging, no crazy edits, like you're just documenting your time at the festival, love that. That's great content to show other people who aren't there. What am I missing out on? I want to follow along. That's great. And then the people that aren't documenting, like the Quentin Blackwell, but may have like digital camera footage or like a recap of your time, those are great. The people that are like, let me pose here, let me do this, like let me go purposely take this picture for Instagram. Let me go do this for the gram. Let me lay on the ground, like doing all the frou-frou shit. Like that's just, we can see right through it. We can see right through it. But if you're literally just record, hit post, I would much rather prefer that, and I respect that way more than the whole curated vibe.
The people that are going to win, that are currently winning at Coachella. Why? Because there's no turnover time. They are able to post in.
The concept of like winning Coachella and like making sure your posts are up, like your views and everything is like kind of interest. I don't know. Dystopian. Just go listen to the music. Go have fun.
Real time, they're able to show their real personality. They're able to show up as they are and post in that time and go about living their life. They're also the ones that are going to have the most fun in the present moment because they are not focused on editing and producing the content they're making. They are focused on having a time and documenting their life that turns into content.
That's well said. When you're just documenting your life and posting it, that's like, to me, that screams more for content creator. That screams more content creator vibe. Like what I'm doing now, commentating, compiling different things, and just sharing like my raw thoughts straight from the dome. Other news people, other friends that do a YouTube, Amala, Brett, even people that I don't even like necessarily agree with, like Hassan Piker, Jake Shane, and well, he was out there doing that too, but like those are like content creators. Influencers, because you could even, I'll even say that you can have someone that's a content creator on one platform but an influencer on another. You totally can have that. But I think there is a difference, because an influencer, half these influencers ain't even influencing shit, and you can see right through the influencer. And it's like, again, like I said beginning of the video, it's so tiring, and I'm getting sick of it too, where everything is a damn ad. Everything is commercial, to the point where I don't even know if what you're recommending me is only because you're getting paid, or if it's like because you're about to drop a link in 2 stories down the line, you know? It's just giving those kind of vibes. But she gave a good point. If you're just vlogging and posting, that wins and shows more authenticity than it does like the people staying up all night editing and I have to look right, do I look skinny, do I look this, and Facetune, and that's just no.
This is why we call Coachella the Influencer Olympics. First of all, coming into Coachella, it feels like the brands have all of the leverage because there are only so many spots at either the brand houses, or each brand only has so many tickets. For literally 3 different levels of what we were considering, which is like working with a brand who would only give us a ticket versus a brand who would give us ticket and housing, or a brand that would give us ticket, housing, transportation, maybe, and food, or compensation as well. All that to say, there's literally like this aura of like stress on just getting to the festival in the first place.
Like, why? Just go. Just go. Have a good time with your friends and then leave. But you've turned it into an influence Olympics. You've turned it into like this facade.
I feel like most people I know aren't actually doing real-time content or like posting on the day of.
Which they should be.
I do like to post on the day of because I don't like having any drafts. Like I am a 0 drafts kind of person. But usually, and even if I think about my sisters, like they have drafts, they're editing over a couple days. But with Coachella, because it is such a like moment on social media where things are trending on the day of, everyone's trying to make content and put it out that same day, do it as fast as possible.
This is the problem I'm talking about. Like, just enjoy the experience. But when you're only there, when your sole purpose of being there is your damn phone and your followers, it ruins it. Just everything's just kind of off.
We're doing our pre-transitions and post-transition. We are literally trying to post all of our Get Ready With Me content before we even leave the hotel for day 1 of Coachella. And obviously you want the content to do well. How does content for Coachella do really well? Well, it can be entertaining, but also it could be like you have a really cute outfit, or like you have really great glam. And so then it's like the performance of the video oftentimes feels like it's tied to what you're wearing, how you look. Like,
does anybody else have the ick? I'm just like, is this the life you want? I looked into this person. They're a founder of a company. They own a huge company, so I don't even know why you're going through all this effort when you own a company. You're like, what's the point of this? But whatever.
Experience you're having. So it's just like an added layer of pressure in that way. I'm not saying any of this to complain. I'm purely saying like you come here, it is not a relaxing trip. Like last year we got a +1, so I was able to bring my best friend Avery. And like I remember her being with us for a couple days and then being like, this is not a relaxing thing. Like this is a grind. Like we wake up, Issa and I woke up at 7:30 in the morning, immediately on our phones editing and posting content that we did the night before. And then we've been basically making content or, you know, editing all day. And then
that should have been a wake-up call. If you're +1, your friend tagged along with y'all, they looking around like, this is not fun or relaxing. Like, y'all are doing the most. Y'all are literally working. Like, y'all are like, I just have to film this and post this and go on CapCut here and stay up and do this. What's the point? To get the few bands? To have fun with your friends? To sell out to your audience? To try to appear to be authentic?
tonight we probably won't go to sleep until like 4 or 5 a.m. because we'll get home around midnight and then we'll sit there and edit for like several hours before we can actually let ourselves go to sleep. And because we want all of the content from day one to get out before we even start living day 2. I haven't even talked about the like brand influencer events before the actual festival. Some of the conversations that you have with other creators is kind of like people being like, so what are you going to before? Like, what's your plan? Where are you going? Are you going to the carnival thing later? Like everyone's kind of scoping out like what the plans are. Again, I'm not complaining at all. At the end of the
You know, are we on the same page? Just like, and then it's just cringe. What are you doing here? What do you do? How much did this brand pay to be here? Did this brand take you? Did they give you a house? Did they give you a jet? What did this brand do? What are the requirements? What are the deliverables that you have? Oh my gosh, you're making me do this and this. What happened to the festival?
If you're a brand, this is why you should send me to Coachella next month. My name's Grace Andrews, and I'm a travel, lifestyle, and foodie vlogger based in Chicago. I've been a diehard believer since 2009. Keep this photo, and I've been mentally preparing for Bieberchella for years now. I just need the invite. I am a content machine. I will plan festival outfits around your brand colors. I'll wake up at 7 a.m. in 104-degree heat just so I can get that golden hour sunrise content. And
I really want this to be satire. I really want this to be a joke, but a lot of the content's like this, and they're actually going on these trips and doing these things, and brands are reaching out, and it's like...
And I'll film, edit, and post before the other influencers even find the shuttle line. I understand the assignment. I will not post blurry neon Ferris wheel footage with no context. I will tag correctly, and I will not forget the call to action just because Justin Bieber walked by. I don't waste a trip. I'll vlog every part of it. How I got there, how I planned my outfits, what I packed, how your product or brand fits into my day. I'll break down budget, logistics, and packing.
I can't, the voice. I can't. I'm gonna snap. I almost snapped. That's too, I'm exhausted. This is why I'm a faggot. This is why I'm just, you know what? It is what it is. I can't. Oh, that is exhausting. I don't know what to say to that. Other than like Hunger Games, dystopian, cringe, crazy, not real life. Just live. Okay. You know what? The people to me that I think that's opposite of this, that do a really good job at having fun at Coachella, and if you want to vlog and document it, are the people that genuinely want to be there, that pay for everything, which that Sophie person did. She actually did pay for everything, so I'll give her a little that. Pay for everything, and you have a good time. That's it. You don't need the obligations. You don't, like, if your purpose of going is for a brand, like, that's crazy to me. If you're posting it and there's an obligation behind it and you're just like documenting your life, by all means go for it. But when it's for all these obligations and it's just like very manufactured, instead of you just like living in that moment, that's the big difference.
So when it comes to like this Coachella influencer brand alignment controversy, I really just don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And let me give you my reasoning. I don't subscribe to influencer culture.
I
Yes.
do not really follow any influencers. I don't buy the products they're peddling. I don't watch them like that. I don't give them the views. And it used to be makeup influencers for me, right? I'm really into makeup. Stop doing that. The only person that I really fuck with is Shelby, because she does drugstore and she does affordability. Okay. Otherwise, it's really, I'm over it. I'm over it. And it's not because I'm a hater, and it's not because
Yeah, same. Like I said, in the beginning of this video, I'm completely over it. I have my core group of like influencers that I follow because they're very authentic. It's very realistic. It's very helpful. I'm getting a lot of value out of it, but that getting value out of an influencer is so extremely rare. Like you need the personality behind it. You need the purpose. It needs to just be clear, not forced, real. And people can see right through it. Like I'm so burnt out and tired of these fake ass influencers pushing everything. So I don't subscribe to it. I don't follow it. I don't pay attention to it. I skip the story. I don't give it that attention. And you shouldn't either. If you don't want to see it, if you don't like it.
it's like I don't want them to do well. It's because a lot of the times they do this type of shit, which is like sell out or forget who their audience is, or they just become too big for their own like heads.
Yes, heavy on the forget who their audience is. That's what I was getting to when I was bringing up the whole difference between like documenting your experience versus doing it for the purpose of a brand obligation, with an added layer of like what is your audience following you for. So if you are like a luxury content creator, it makes sense. Talk about the tens and $1,000s of bags. Talk about what you're doing. Talk about this yacht, this jet. If that's your vibe, do it. If you're a luxury men's fashion and tech like guru, it makes sense. Hey, I just bought the $80,000 Escalade. Here's what it's like. Because your audience is expecting that. They want that. But you have influencers out here and even some content creators. You have people out here doing the most that doesn't even align with their audience. And there's some creators out there, some influencers out there where like they just want to flaunt, flex. And that's just gonna crumble. It's just going to crumble and wither away. I will always encourage somebody, if you want to be a content creator, you have a niche, you're passionate about it, you could do it every single day. I can do this shit every single day, you guys. If you can't, if you're not in it, if the passion's not there, the authenticity's not there, don't do it. Don't even waste your time. And on the terms of being an influencer, again, unless it's like very hyper-focused and niched, and like you're providing an immense value, sure. But even then, like, don't be basic, I guess. But you say that, and there's a lot of basic people out there. But I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just giving you my raw feelings from this perspective.
It's like they lose their likability and their relatability. So that's the reason why I just don't care. I'm not going to sit here and like purchase any of the products that they're peddling. They don't come up on my For You page very rarely. So I'm not invested in anybody.
You know what this made me think of? This made me think of those content creators that'll do this, no shade to my Android people, but that will do like deals like Google Pixel off my new Google phone or Samsung AI, Samsung Flip. We all know you're using an iPhone. We've seen your iPhone cases. We've seen your iPhone. What do you think this is? Again, it's like you're pushing something that doesn't even provide that value to your base. If I have a sponsorship on this platform, I'm making sure it makes sense to somebody out there. I'm making sure somebody, if not me, immediately close to me has used the product, given me a review. Because the more these creators and influencers keep promoting and pushing any little thing that comes their way, they lose that credibility, like this girl's saying. If only y'all knew I've turned down so much stuff on this damn page. This video's not even sponsored. I turned down so much because it's not real. And I know y'all trust me. I know y'all trust when I say this brand right here, this right here, that has weight. I don't take you for granted. I don't take the respect you have for me, the time you're giving me right now. I don't take that for granted. That's not bullshit to me. You're busy. You got shit to do. And you're sitting here watching me. I'm thankful for it. I'm your free time. I'm like your relaxing time. That's amazing. And I'm not going to abuse that by pushing a cute little shirt. Maybe my merch that's coming, I will do that. But you know what I'm talking about. Like, that's just, no.
So me seeing somebody align with a brand that I don't align with does not hurt my feelings, doesn't make me feel a type of way, because I'm not invested in these people.
And that's what y'all got to start doing. Stop investing your time and energy into these people. Because for every like hate video or disappointment comment, there's 5 more supportive comments and videos. Okay. Yeah. They know they're still going to have the backing. That's why they don't give a fuck. That's why they don't care. That's why you see them deleting comments, filtering comments, blocking y'all, because they don't give a fuck. They need to make their money somehow. We're all in this shitty ass economy, and they don't want to give up their lifestyle that they've created for themselves by, turning down a brand that may have offered them a lot of money.
I think that's one of the biggest takeaways for this video is to always make sure whatever content creator that you're watching, that you're paying attention to, are they giving you value? Are they adding to your life? Are they adding a different perspective? Are they challenging you? Are they pushing you to become a better person? Are they pushing you to reach your goals and dreams? Are they encouraging you to think a little bit different out the box? What are they doing? Are they being helpful in your life? Like, oh, this guy's really taught me how to be a man. This guy's really taught me how to dress. This guy's really taught me this, and this. Make sure they're providing you value and it's real and it's authentic that you're supporting. Because there are people out there that are getting so much attention and so much praise just because they look cute, just because of this outfit, just because of their vibe, that just fade away. Look at how many influencers there are and how many people don't stand the test of time. Why is that? Like this channel, I can see myself doing this for years because I'm just doing what I already do. I share my viewpoints. I'm very vocal about them. I go through different things. I talk about it, commentate on the world. That's going to last. That's fine with me. I love it. I can do this every single day because I'm passionate about it. My friends that do it, they're passionate about it. But there's so many people that I've come across, I'm like, this is burning you out. You don't even like this. This is fake. What are you doing? It's embarrassing. And I just really hope if you're still here right now, you're doing whatever you need to do to take care of your life. And all this Coachella shit and fake influencers and I want to bring back real experiences, real life, and real value. That's why I do really like what Quentin Blackwell and Pinterest have been doing. Very eager to see how that turns out. But I will love that route, that way. Hey, everybody, we'll fund your trip to go, but don't just be in the moment. Then when you get back, make one post recapping your trip, how much this brand impacted the trip and what it meant for you and if it makes sense. Because I think to a certain point, I know at least for me, I'm fine with advertisements when they make sense. I'm fine with recommendations when they make sense. I'm fine when it's just clear. But when it's not, that's when I have an issue with it. And I hope that you guys hold me to that and you call it out if you ever see it from me. But those are my thoughts on the Coachella, the influencers, and how influencers and brands have kind of destroyed it, honestly. Let me know your thoughts and comments below what you think about this. And again, I touched on this a little bit earlier, but I don't know what you're going through right now. I don't. Whether it's family drama, friendship drama, work drama, health related issues, friends, whatever it is, it's called going through it for a reason. You're not stuck there. You will survive. Literally, this is a season in your life. It is very temporary and it will pass. But all you can do is control right this second and forward. Right this second and forward. The past may stress you out. Bills may stress you out. Anything behind you could be on your shoulders and stressing you out. But as long as you have a plan moving forward and you're addressing all this and you're chipping it away, you're good. Breathe. You're good. So with that being said, thank you so much again for your time watching this video. Don't take it for granted. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe. If you like my content a lot and you want to find more like-minded individuals, be sure to join the channel membership. It is called The Reset Club. And in there, we have a show called The Reset, which is one episode every single week, kind of like the end of this video, more of the motivational, inspirational side, addressing a set issue, and then I just go on a rant about it. Love that. It's in there. And then we have Dear Amir, where you, on my website, amirodom.com, you can submit a question or something you're going through, and I will address it and give my advice. That's Dear Amir. Then we have Amir Live every Thursday night, 9 p.m. to midnight Central Time. We just hang out, play video games, Fortnite, do some reactions, talk about the past week, and just kick it. That's it. So be sure to join the Reset Club if you want to. It's right there for you. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Love y'all.